We're running out of time to finish our Skyline R34 Too Fast, Too Furious project. It's going to be debuting at the SEMA show in the McGuire's booth in Central Hall. It just got back from SOS Customs where you guys saw it get full paint and body, and since then we've got all the suspension on the car from Nissan Parts USA, Shockworks, and GK Tech. We even got the Wilwood brakes on all 4 corners, and we're picking up some steam. We've got a ton of work left to do on the car, so let's get into the video.
Now, if you are going to SEMA and you want to meet the entire throtl team, we're doing a meet and greet at the WD-40 booth. We'll put everything on the screen right now so you guys can check it out. That's Wednesday from 10 to 12. And we're doing a couple cool things. We're giving away 50 throtl hats to the first 50 people in line, and we're raffling off for free one of these sold out R34 skateboard decks. We're gonna sign them by the entire team. It's gonna be great. So I look forward to seeing you guys at the WD-40 booth on Wednesday from 10 to 12.
The first thing on the list today is to build the transmission mount. So the factory GTT mount doesn't work for this setup. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bolt our power glide onto the engine block that's in the car right now. And then once we get it up in the air, Rick, you can actually start fabricating our own custom transmission mount. So for now, we're gonna get this thing bolted to the block. Let's do it.
That's it, baby. Bolted, custom mount, we keep going.
The automatic transmission is bolted in. Next up, we're gonna put the transfer case on the back just to make sure we have enough clearance here. And then once that's all together, Ricky can start working on the transmission mount, and I can get our drive shaft length.
What does the transfer case do?
What?
What does it do?
What do you mean, what does it do? What?
What does it do?
What do you mean, what does it do?
What does it do? It transfers what?
It transfers it, it makes it from
Go ahead, you got it.
rear wheel drive to all wheel drive.
There you go.
So it takes the power, comes out of the transmission, goes whoop, and then shoots it forward to the front diff, which is right here.
See?
So it's all-wheel drive.
I bet you a lot of
baby.
people didn't know that.
Yeah. So it makes it all-wheel drive happen is the transfer case.
Because usually it goes from here straight to the diff for a rear-wheel drive car. Yeah.
How's the clearing?
You're good, you're good, you're good.
Keep going?
Yep,
More?
yep, yeah,
More?
yep. Now the transfer case is in, we can get our drive shaft measurement, which looks like it's gonna be just shy of 43.5. So I'll get our measurements sent out and they can start making our drive shaft. And then we'll have a drive shaft for SEMA. Baby, let's go.
All right, so right now I have a couple of plates that are gonna be going around this frame here. And what this is gonna help me, this is gonna help me do a custom mount for the transmission. This is just the base of it. So I'm gonna wrap around this frame. I'm gonna do another plate here. And from this plate, we'll be able to go straight to the trans mount and then see how it goes from there. All right, so I ended up sanding down the frame, that way we have bare metal. And the plan is like this plate is gonna be here to reinforce the chassis. So is this. We're gonna have a third plate on the other side. Now, as you notice, I have a couple of nuts in here, which I'm gonna weld in place. And from here, I'm gonna drill 2 big holes. This is gonna sit flush. It'll get welded. And when you remove this bolt, we'll have 2 recessed nuts in there. And it'll be able to hold the trans mount in the chassis while you support it with the extra metal on it. So it'll be nice and strong to be able to hold the transmission with no problem. This is it, it's completed. I am not gonna paint it because this is just a mock-up piece, and on the final time when we actually have the motor and the last time the transmission is gonna go in, then I'll paint it then. I don't wanna keep scratching it, so here we go. Okay, transmission mount is done. Do you trust me, Quinn? Can I let go of the trans?
I trust you with my life.
All right, let's take it. Oh, I didn't even budge. Didn't even move.
What I'm talking about.
Sheesh. Exactly where it needed to be. That's it, I'm done. I'll see you tomorrow. Next up, I'm gonna start working on the interior of our R34, and look what I have in front of me. I have a full carbon fiber dash from Cindy Composite, and this thing looks amazing, and it weighs nothing because it's literally carbon fiber. Even the back looks really freaking cool. This is from my boys in Australia, and they hooked us up with this thing, and I'm so excited. Let's get it inside. Alright, so if you guys see here, this is where the cluster usually goes, right? We have a Motec display that is going to be mocked and installed in here, which I'm going to be doing that next. We also have a PDM that I'm going to be putting right here. So this probably has to come back out. It's in there, that's for sure. Cool. All right, now we can take the tape off on both sides, mount them both for the last time.
We've got all of our R34 Skyline engine bay parts laid out here, and that's because we have to do some mock-ups so that we can get our fabrication done. Starting up front, we have this massive Plasma Man intercooler. This thing is insane. We also have our Patterson dry sump oil tank. We've got our Garrett G45 1600 turbo and our R-Tech Big Daddy manifold that will be mounting on our dummy head. We also have our Plasma Man beautiful intake manifold that's going to be using an 82mm throttle body. We also have our Clearview Filtration Systems oil filter that's going to go in the engine bay, and we have a slew of 3.5-inch piping. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. We got to get this stuff on the car, and again, this is just a mock-up stage. Most of this stuff will come back off the car before final assembly, but we have to have this stuff in place in order to do things properly.
So we just installed our mock cylinder head. We got our Plasma Man intake manifold with a throttle body on, our R-Tech turbo manifold, and our massive Garrett turbo. The reason we put all this on is because now we're going to start fitting all of this, this is all aftermarket, not factory things that are going to help support this engine because we went for such a gnarly build. This is probably the thickest intercooler core we've ever had in the shop. It's 5.5 inches, and usually they're not this big, which means we can kind of sneak them where we want to be. Because this thing is such a massive footprint, we need to make sure that it goes exactly where we want it to. That's going to be Mickey's job. I'm going to start mounting our dry sump oiling tank, and then as this goes together, we'll start making intercooler piping, get everything dialed in for the front end.
Had to get the sawzall out and cut off the ends of our frame rails because we need to make room for this massive 5.5-inch intercooler core.
Our dry sump oil tank is fitted, which is awesome. Really good location for it. So this is the pickup for the dry sump oil pump, which is going to be like over here. So it'll be pretty much a straight shot there, which is awesome. So I'm going to move into mounting our master. Our brake booster is already on, and then I'm going to start figuring out where we're going to put our line lock, and then start plumbing braking lines and get this braking system finished up. Got our Hurst line lock here, and I think this is probably the perfect spot for it. That's where we did it on Mickey's Skyline, and countless other Skylines are down here.
Would you like to see where mine is?
Yeah, is that where you got it?
That's where mine is, down there, yes.
Oh,
Mine is
perfect.
in the exact same spot.
If that's the recipe, that's where it's going. So let's get this thing screwed down. This is our Clearview filtration unit. This is essentially a big fancy oil filter. We're not going to be running a traditional spin-on with this engine setup. This is our intercooler pipe here, so it's going to come out of the throttle body down to here, so I can't use that real estate. So I'm going to sneak it back right here once it's mounted. We'll have an oil line coming in to get filtered, then from out straight into the engine. So we're going to have a feed line from the oil pump into here, and then we're going to have a line coming out of it into the engine block, and I got to make some brackets because it can't just float here with nothing. So let's get it done. Mount's all finished up, looks all nice and tidy. Let's get this Clearview filtration system finalized and mounted in the car. It's on there, baby. It's good and solid.
Here are the mounts that I've been working on. These are to hold up the intercooler and also the radiator, so they're dual purpose. OEM bushings go in there to hold the radiator. And then these 4 holes here are for the bottom of the intercooler.
So we have a drive-by-wire gas pedal from a Corvette, believe it or not. This is a trick that a lot of people use. And of course, our boys from PRP made a custom bracket for it. We have a cake panel here which we are going to be using to mount our ECU in between it. We also have the Motec ECU and the PDM from Rywire. We have a Rywire ECU harness that's going to go from here into the firewall, and then we have a separate harness that's going to go into the engine bay. We have the power cable for the PDM, and everything needs to be wired up right now, so let's get it done. So this is going to be where it's going to be resting. I'm going to mark this all 5 holes. I'm going to drill it, do a rib knot, and then bolt it down for the last time. The cake panel is completed. We have the PDM, we have the Motec ECU, and we have the breaker in there. And the best thing about it is that the panel still fits on it, and we'll be able to cover everything back up when we're ready to race. Next up is going to be the battery and the battery tray, which we are going to be putting right under the dash.
So what's happening next is kind of a twofold thing. One, we need to get the transmission out because this unit needs to go back to Transmasters to get finished. They gave it to us for mock-up. And of course, Ricky's got the battery mount going through the trans tunnel, so we need to bolt it from the underside. So we need the transmission out of the way to do that. This is the perfect opportunity to knock both out. Yeah?
Yes. Oh!
You guys want to see something cool? Check this out.
What do we
Look
got?
at this. New lean custom pins.
Oh, let me get one.
No, you can't have one. It's even got the parachute on the back.
Oh, cool.
Sick. We're giving some of these away at SEMA, so stay tuned and follow all of our social media because we will be bringing this batch here to SEMA, but there's not that many.
Transmission's out. Next thing, I'm gonna bring the car down. I'm gonna get in the car and I'm gonna feed down the bolts so Quinn can tighten them up from the bottom. Bracket and battery completely installed for the last time on the car. The next step is going to be connecting the dots. We got to go from the switch on the positive side to the power distributor over there, and the same thing on the ground from there to the chassis. And yeah, we'll have power to the ECU after this. Everything is set when it comes to power wise. All the power is being ran to the power splitting distributor, the relay, everything. So from here on out, all you gotta do is flick a switch and everything will have power. But obviously we don't even have an engine, so we can't do that yet. But soon we will be.
Mickey finished our upper intercooler mount, so we're gonna get that bolted down and we're done mounting the intercooler, baby. Let's keep going. This is our radium fuel filter mount bracket. I had to make our own little mount for it so we can hold our filter up. It's gonna sit right along the frame rail like that. And then when Brendan plumbs everything, we'll be ready to go for our fuel system. So this is a 10 micron filter, so it's gonna do a very good job at cleaning the fuel as it goes to the surge tank in the front of the car. Look at that. Styling, so you just kick a 90 out of here, we'll run the fuel line up to the engine bay, done, easy day. Next up, I'm gonna start installing our brake lines. Now this is gonna be kind of a little bit of a mess. This is a GK Tech ABS Delete kit, and this does not have an integration for line lock. So we're gonna have to modify and make some other lines to make it all work. We've got T-fittings, we've got crossover lines, and we've got a bunch of factory Wilwood lines. These are stainless steel. So we're gonna try and make as much of a complete braking system from a line standpoint as we can, and then order custom lines for the rest. Let's get started. So we've got about as far as we can on the brake line set up for now. We need a line from the master to the line lock, and then from the line lock to the T for the front brakes. And then once that's in and done, braking system's complete. Next up, we're gonna be installing some coolers by CSF. Whenever we need really buff coolers, we hit up CSF. Their transmission coolers are insane. We've got a couple of these on the Viper and they absolutely rip. And we've got a radiator for it. This is awesome because it's gonna make it super easy to switch to an AN setup, because these guys are threaded. So it's gonna keep this thing super clean. We don't have to cut and weld AN fittings on. We literally just thread them on and we're done. And of course, it's got a beautiful black finish on it. Let's get these in the car. What's really nice is that the intercooler brackets that Mickey made earlier actually hold the radiator as well. So we're gonna get this dropped in. I'm gonna put the transmission cooler between the radiator and the intercooler. That's gonna keep it kind of tucked away. So like in this area right here. So you won't see it. It'll give it a much cleaner look. We just need to make brackets to mount it. So we're gonna land somewhere like that. So now all we need to do is make brackets. I just finished our transmission cooler mount. It looks beautiful. Let's get it bolted to the cooler and get it on the car. Ooh, that's money, cuz. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fits perfectly right in there. Have our lines coming out this way. Done, easy day. Let's move on. It is time to configure our Plasma Man intake manifold. This is sick because we've got a dual fuel row setup. So we've got one here and one here. Really big injectors for on power and nice small injectors for clean idle. Jesse went ahead and welded up an AN for our coolant, which is really nice. We've got FIC injectors for the secondaries. Plasma Man sent us a bag of injectors for primaries. And we've got an adapter for the throttle body so we don't have to weld on a Plasma Man flange for our boost couplers. So let's get this all configured. So when the engine arrives, we literally just bolt this on the car and we're done. Custom Motegi beadlocks are back from getting painted. The silver matches the car beautifully, and we got our blue rings back from SOS, and our tires are right there, which means we can assemble this. Let's get started. I've got two of our beadlocks completely done and installed, and they look absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit of a different process than mounting a normal tire because we have to literally bolt the top bead down. I've got two done, we've got two more to go. Let's keep cranking. and tires are 100% complete and ready to go in the car. Let me show you what I'm working on next.
Next up on the R34 build, we are going to add some Fast and the Furious or Too Fast Too Furious stuff, like the perch kit that's coming out of the front bumper. So let me show you. This is what a perch kit looks like. Comes with a little light, and hopefully it's blue because I don't even know what color this is. We'll find out when I put a battery to it. And we have a couple of other kits because we're going to need at least 2 of them for here. I'm going to be mounting this somewhere in this area, and this pipe is going to come out of the bumper in the angle just like the movie. Both cylinders are completely mounted for the perch, and I already have the Dash 3 fitting on it. From here, we have to make a custom line to the NOS bottles, but the problem is that we have no NOS bottles mounted yet. Next step is going to be making the custom mount for them. We'll set them in there, and then I'll be able to get an accurate measurement for the both lines.
We need NOS.
I need NOS. I need NOS.
Alright, just to finish tacking the brackets in here. Next step's gonna be me. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna make it all the way around, paint it, put it back in here, and then keep going with the build. Alright, now that everything is MIG welded, the next step is gonna be make a plate that covers this whole area so that way the NOS mount can fit on top and we'll be able to bolt it into that. So let's get it done. Alright, the car wasn't here when I made this mount, so I was taking a guess on how this is the shortest I can make it for what I was working with. So it seems like now I gotta cut even more and weld even more. Luckily, my boy Jess is here. Yeah, we'll make something happen. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but this has to change. We'll be right back with a fitting bracket, whatever. Bye. Our NOS bottom bracket has been cut, fixed, welded, painted, clear coated, ready to go. This is gonna dry overnight. And in the meantime, let me show you what we're gonna be doing next. We are gonna be fixing up the whole driver's side. Everything that goes on the driver's side is right here. We're gonna start off with the Sparkle carbon fiber seat. Then we're gonna move on to the Momo wheel hub. And then we're gonna install the set stack, which you guys already know what this is. Then we have the Sparkle steering wheel. And then we're gonna be installing the heel plate next. Alright, so I just finished drilling everything on the floor that's needed to be drilled so I can put my rib nuts in. Before I put the heel plate on, I'm going to be putting the rest plate in here, the dead pedal, whatever you call it, right there. The NOS rack is completed and it's time to install it in the vehicle for the final time, so let's get it done. Wait, you want to see it first? Look at this. It actually has a satin clear coat on it, that way we don't scratch it that easily. We're gonna start with the Momo hub, so let's get it done. Look at this baby. So that's taking the house. It looks like a what did you guys call it? Like a sim steering wheel? Other than it's missing the steering wheel, which is where the sparkle comes in. So you take this plate off, the steering wheel will sit in front of it, and then this plate goes over the steering wheel, and it kind of sandwiches on the test tech. And then we'll put the hub adapter. Oh wait, this is the hub adapter. Oh, that's cool. I was wondering how it was going to communicate with it. All right, so that's cool. So this will go into the Momo hub adapter. Then we'll take this off, we'll put the sparkle in here, we'll lock it in place, and we'll be all set. This is very stiff. Have you seen the one that's kind of wobbly? Like this is like solid, it's not even moving. Really good quality. So now remember, we are gonna be running a 3-speed automatic transmission. Why do we need this? So this thing is programmable. You can literally set these things to do anything you want it to do. You can use it for knots, you can use it for staging. For the purge, you can actually, instead of shifting from here, you can shift from here. It is something that it's really cool to have, especially for a race car, that you have so much ability to customize it and make it your own. And it's carbon fiber. The steering assembly is completed. You can see this, the interior is coming out pretty good so far. I'm not done yet, but it's turned out pretty good. Take a look.
Jesse finished up our mechanical fuel pump surge tank. So this guy actually sits right here. Now with the mechanical fuel pump, you don't have an electric pump feeding the engine, you have this feeding the engine. So this thing gets filled completely up with fuel. The gravity goes into the mechanical fuel pump. The mechanical fuel pump sucks it up, pumps it to the engine. This guy is literally just a fuel tank for the front of the car, which is really nice. So we've got a dash 12 going into the fuel pump. That is fuel, it's freaking huge. So that goes to the pump goes through the rails to the engine and then returns to here. And then our gas tank that's in the back feed and returns through this guy right here. So this thing is beautiful. Jesse welded it up, got some really buff mounts on here. Let's get this installed. Hell yeah, it's done. Look at this. Lift the freaking car. That's what I'm talking about. That's the level of stability you want out of this tank, because this thing is full of fuel, and if it's like flopping around, that's terrible. So I think our Platinum Racing Products crate engine just arrived. Let's check it out. Let's go, baby, come on. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm waiting for. You ready? You guys ain't ready for what's in this box.
You guys ready? Yeah. Let's see it. Bro. Finally. It's like Christmas morning.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Look at the blue.
Oh way! No way! Yeah, they got the blue right.
So cool.
Yeah, all the EGT sensors already on there.
Head drain.
This is our Platinum Racing Products prep race engine. This is a 2.6 liter, not a 2.8, not a 3 liter, not a 3.2. This is a 2.6 dry sump setup, mechanical fuel pump, big Garrett G45 1600 turbo, and the world's first R-Tech exhaust housing on the back of this Garrett turbo. I am so excited that we got this, basically their first crate engine out of their factory. It's an honor for us here at Throtl. To see this come to fruition for them is really cool, and for us to be the first ones to have it is really neat and makes this car that much more special to all of us here in the workshop. So huge shout out to Herman and the team over there at Platinum Racing Products. But let's get this thing off the crate, Quinn, and let's get this thing in the car.
All right, baby, it's time to get this thing in. You ready? Crate engine is fully installed. Next up, we're gonna drop this side axle in, and then I'm gonna put the little spacer adapter plate for the drive shaft shop axles on that side. And then the turbo's going back on, baby. But now we can start flying, getting parts on this car. Next up, we're gonna mock install our intake system. I really wanna see how this thing looks on the engine. You ready, Ricky?
Oh my God.
With the turbo on?
That's a lot of fuel going in.
It is a lot of fuel.
All right, now is the time to mount and test fit our new Motegi 2-piece forged wheels with the bead lock. So this is the first time Motegi's ever done a bead lock. I'm really excited. We had SOS paint them blue. They look really good. Now I do have to address the elephant in the room as well. We don't have any brake calipers on here. You guys saw the guys installing the new Willwood 6-piston brakes, but unfortunately they're too big. They're massive in the front, and we're gonna be changing up the caliper and rotor setup in the front to accommodate. But for right now, we wanna test fit and check the suspension and see how the wheel fitment looks, and then we'll readdress the brakes because Willwood's making us a new set of calipers and rotors very quickly. So we'll have those very soon, but let's test these right now. Now it's a little hard to see because we don't have fenders on, but that tire package, wheel and tire setup, it's a 275/45/17. We actually had these tires shipped in from Australia, very specific size that we needed for this, and they fit amazing. So we went with a 17-inch wheel, and you can see here how massive the brake rotor is in the front. So that's what happens with a SEMA build. Sometimes you just gotta pull some audibles. So we're just gonna downsize the rotor and caliper a little bit. It will be plenty good and it'll brake fine with that. Let's test the rest of the wheels. We'll put this car on the ground.
Yeah.
Is that gonna clear, Becky?
That's beefy. Let's go. Did you raise this or lower this, Quinn?
It's already doing a wheelie.
It's already squatting right now. Oh my God. The fitment is perfect.
Freaking wheel on, Evan.
Oh my God, Quinn, this is way worse.
I didn't adjust the height at all. What
No
are you guys
kidding, I
talking
can tell. You know why? Because it's uneven. It looks like my Suzuki Swift outside.
That you cut the springs on.
Unevenly.
Quinn, Ricky, and I just threw this door on. This is the passenger side door. We're gonna go ahead and toss the fender on next after Ricky gets done tightening up the hardware. And it's really gonna start to look like a complete car. Let's get these panels on.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy, look at that.
What a monster, bro.
The fitment's solid.
Let's go.
The fitment's great.
Yeah, it looks so sick.
So good, dude.
The fade is sick. Woo! Fitment is money.
It's great. It's money.
Really good. We are a week into this build and we've got a week left before the SEMA show and this thing has to leave. A ton of progress happened in this video. Quinn knocked out a bunch of stuff. Ricky nailed out the whole interior already, right?
I got a lot done. I got a little bit more to go with Ryan when he gets here, but for the most part, everything is here.
Look at that.
It's looking good.
We got a lot of carbon in there, a lot of nitrous bottles, and a lot of electronics. It's super exciting. We got the motor in today, which is super rad.
We're in really good shape. There's a lot to go left to get this done, but the finish line is not out of sight.
Look
Like, We got body panels in the car, we got an engine in the car, turbos in the car, everything critical for the dry sump setup. All the big fuel components has already been done. We just got to get it there. We got plumbing, we got wiring, we got fuel to put in it. We've got a lot of little things like that. We still got to drop a transmission in it, but nothing is like severely unknown. So we just need to bring this car to the finish line. I think we can do it in 1 week.
His car will be at the SEMA show. We will also be at the SEMA show in the McGuire's booth. And on Tuesday the 5th, we'll be signing autographs from 2 to 3 p.m. So if you are at SEMA, stop by the booth and check us out. Stay tuned, guys, because we've got a lot of things still left to do before this thing hits the road for the SEMA show. We'll see you in the next episode.
Peace. See you guys later.
Adios.